Dr. Steve Fiore, an associate professor in cognitive sciences at the University of Central Florida, helped bring the Crossroads Project to UCF. We sat down with him to explore how performance art and science work hand in hand.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Let's talk about Crossroads. How does it help people understand sort of the impact of climate change by using music?
Music is very powerful in the sense that it directly impacts our emotional response to something. And I think that people who are using music in the way Crossroads are doing are using particular techniques like minor chords that are altering our emotional response. So in some way it's kind of an evocative resonance where the tone, the tempo, blended with the strings of the instruments and the spoken word is having a very real impact on people's affective or emotional response to what they're experiencing, and that blended with the visualizations is altering the way they think about the issue.
And this, of course, can also benefit scientific research itself. Presumably, the methods of operation between different scientific disciplines can be something that's learned across various areas of specialty, right?
Yes, I think that's an important point because there's an interesting similarity between interdisciplinary research and the influence of art on people. So when we think about art, we often say that good art changes us. That is, it changes the way we think about an issue, the way we reflect upon our world. And when we talk about interdisciplinary research, we similarly talk about how it is supposed to change us because scientists, scholars, we're trained in a particular way of thinking, but when we start to interact with others and learn their way of thinking and approaching problems in the world, it should alter us. It should change our identity as scholars in such a way that we become different than we were before.
Steve Fiore, cognitive scientist at the University of Central Florida. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Watch full episodes of SciTech Central Thursdays at 8:30 p.m.